guys, welcome to Decidedly Neapolitan. Yeah, now this is my little hole in the ground that I was staying in when I logged onto the server, as you saw in the last episode 0. And as you can see, it is empty. It is empty because I have set up a base over near where everybody is setting up there in the what I call the dense mob grinder forest, because you get just constant mobs all the time. You can see my level's 27. That's just from building outside. It's not doing anything special. So, but anyways, yeah. So let me head on over there and take a look at a little clip here of me building it using the cheaty open blocks builder. It worked out really nice. So yeah, I'll meet you over there, guys. Well, here we are. We're getting up to it. Here come the mobs as well. Because it's nighttime, of course. But here we go. I call this my Arcology. Now, if you watched any of my Whoevercraft videos, then you know what this is. And I never really utilized it much in Whoevercraft, but I really like the idea of it. And I've got... considering that this is a modded server, I can do a lot more than I could on the vanilla server. So basically what I'm going to do is like at Whoevercraft, You know, this will be my little naturized living area in here, but then down below will be all of the stuff, you know, that I'm gonna build, and all of the mechanizations and factory items and whatnot. So I'm not going to do magic, so I'm not going to have any of that kind of stuff. But basically, I'm going to take 2 tracks. The first track I'm taking is thermal expansion, and as you can see, I've got it set up here. I've got a little aqueous accumulator here that pumps water into the igneous extruder, which is what I use to generate cobblestone and regular stone, because I've been using that in building. As you can see, this is chiseled cobblestone here. And then here's my pulverizer, and of course the water flows into the steam dynamo here and then generates the pulverized stuff. Now I've got 2 chests here because when you pulverize stuff, it goes 2 tracks. This is the output, but then every once in a while you get a chance to get a little extra, and that's where this goes. And the little extra goes down here, and then the pulverized stuff goes over here. Likewise, I just got my standard smelting system set up here. This is for fuel. It flows into this iron furnace here. And then, of course, you know, if I want to smelt stuff, I just throw it up in here, and all the results end up down there. So, yeah, it works out pretty well. And then over here, we'll get to that in a second. Over here, I have all my stuff somewhat organized. Now, as you can see, the next tier that I'm going to be moving to when I start to build down will be the magma. I've got a magma crucible, and I've got some magnetic dynamos, and I will be replacing the steam dynamo with magnetic dynamos. And of course, what you do is you use the igneous extruder that produces cobblestone that feeds into the magma crucible that generates lava, which then you use to power the magmatic dynamos. So yeah, it works a real nice system. So tier 1 is basically I'm going to get all of the thermal expansion stuff going and get that kind of moving. So that'll be my tier 1 setup. But then I'm going to move into industrial craft. And after that, of course, I want to work on some railcraft. Definitely want to do forestry. I will probably do forestry simultaneous with industrial craft. But I'm not going to do forestry here. I'm going to do forestry in a different location. And we'll get to that when we get to that. My wood products here, roots, I really need to set up a tree farm, which I'm going to do over in the swamp over there. Just various blocks, dirt, some leather rack that I needed. I needed some nether rack so I could build some nether brick for the magma crucible. Found some abysmal stone. Now, I decided I wanted to set up a little shop in town. It's going to be, you know, just free kind of stuff, because that's the way I do stuff. Set up a little shop, but it's going to be a stonework shop. So I'm going to do stoneworks. I'm going to get a bunch of barrels, and we're just going to put various types of stone in there that'll be available for people on the server to get. And I found a nice pocket of abysmal stone. So that's one of them. Also have my stuff here for enchanting table when I get to it. But I've been using I think it's Pix. Ones. Pixelriff's enchanting whatever the enchanting table is in this little house over here. I've been using that one. I think it's Pix. I'm going to set up a little oreberry farm, but I'm not going to do tinkers. So yeah, I'm gonna stay away from tinkers. I'm gonna just go with the thermal expansion IC2 track, and yeah, I mean, I could get some really good tools with tinkers. That's kind of why I don't want to do it. I kind of want to struggle a little bit in this one. I want to kind of, you know, I just yeah, I'm just not going to do tinkers. So I'm not going to do tinkers. Not going to do thaumcrafts. So. And here's the ores that I've collected so far, which, look at all this lead. I swear there is lead everywhere. But look at this. Copper, not so much. The shiny you get is one of the extras. Ferrous, not so much. Silver, not doing bad on the silver. Iron's decent. Aluminum, I'm not going to be using that, I guess, because It's Tinker stuff. And then industrial, the tinning for industrial, which is one thing you can do with these barrels that Mort told me, which I wasn't aware of, but the barrels will automatically convert between different types of items. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I wasn't aware of that. A little bit of gold, tons of redstone. Got the cinnabar, which is, I got that from macerating something. I forget what it was. But yeah, and then a little bit of uranium, which obviously BRANs probably don't want us to build any nuclear reactors around here. If we do any of that kind of stuff, we have to go to the wasteland, which is like 2,000 out there. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'll be doing that anyway. So, but that's my little setup so far. Yeah, just kind of getting ready here. So let's take a look at what Jeff did. Now I already know what Jeff gave me. He told me. But I told him I wasn't going to look at it till I was recording, so let's take a look at it. And yay, it's a knapsack. Now, I believe, if I remember right, you stick it there, right? So yeah, knapsack to hold your things. Now is it, what's the key? I forget. Is it B? I don't know what the key is. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to look it up. I'll have to look it up and see what the key is for it. I can't remember what it is. Oh, there we go. We can just look at there. There's a key for it though, but I don't. I've got my keys. I redefine my keys. I don't use WASD, as you probably know, because I've mentioned it before. I don't use WASD. I'm old school. I use the keyboard, number pad, and function buttons over on this side. Plus, I use the right-hand side of the keyboard. So it just works for me. Yeah, I know. I'm old. What can I say? All right, so that's the Arcology. Getting started on that, and I'm using Optifine, so it looks pretty good in Optifine. I kind of like it. So, oh, here comes the mobs. Where is he? I heard him. There he is. Oh, look at him. See, I've got my own little mob grinder situation set up because these are the path. When they get on the path, they don't know how to pathfind, so they just bounce up and down. And I just come over here and whack them. Yeah, no biggie. And get 30 levels while I'm building this. This will look familiar to you as well if you've seen any of my stuff. Let's get away from this guy. Oh, I don't like those guys. They get bigger and bigger as you whack on them. But this is my stackable farm. Let's see how big he gets. They get like really huge. Stupid Thaumcraft stuff. Look at him. He's getting bigger and bigger. Such a jerk. There's so many Thaumcraft jerks in here. Stupid Thaumcraft. Yeah, there he goes. But you do get a lot of monster meat from it, that's for sure. Oh, those cows are so loud. But here's the wheat farm. And you guys have seen this before if you've watched any of my stuff. And of course that's for the cows over there, which are being very loud. Potato farm and carrot farm. Pretty standard. And then up here I've got my miscellaneous farms. I've got a reed farm and then pumpkin on this side and what's it called? Watermelon on this side. Yeah. So miscellaneous farm. And I think you have to put those ore berries in a cave or put them in a dark spot or something. So I probably won't do that. I'm going to do that in the... And actually what I'll do is I will probably build farms down below like I did on Whoever Craft as well. So that's what I've been working on here. I got the loud cow farm going there because I'll be switching over to cow meat here pretty soon. And of course need the leather for books and whatnot. So the other thing I did was I took a trip to the nether because I needed a nether rack for the let's drop off these brains. I've been dropping off all this Thaumcraft stuff over here in the community area. So if any of you guys are doing Thaumcraft, I've been storing all this stuff over here in the community area. So that's Mort's blacksmith shop. Turned out really nice. I like it. I went to the nether. Oh my goodness, the nether is scary. It is so terrifying. Jerk. So I decided, B-Ran suggested, I told him, I said, the nether's just scary. Oh, dang it. Okay, good. So he suggested I do a little safe house like I did on my... See, I've been putting all this stuff here. I Now these are all fortuned. I fortuned all this stuff, so I put them on here. Chunk of flesh, don't know what you want to do with that. Found this little apprentice ring. Yeah, I don't know what that does. I found a bee, so bee-ran, if you're doing bees, you can do that. Cinnabar, which says Thaumcraft on it. Don't know what that's for. Amber, I have no idea. Been collecting brains. I had a bunch of brains in there. Looks like someone took them, so that's good. So anyways, that's all that stuff in there, guys, if you need any of it. But let's go in here and I'll show you what else I've done. This is sort of the other little project that I've been working on. And I really haven't done much else other than just collecting resources. I really need to collect resources here, because I just don't have any resources. But now, if you watched any of my Tech It, this may look familiar, because this is basically the same setup that I did in Tech It. So yeah, so at least you're not being bombarded by gas balls the minute you walk out of the portal. I swear it was. Oh, and trying to build this thing, guys. I was trying to put the roof on here on top. It is still loading chunks here. It gets a little thing, and I was just bombarded. There was a ghast over here. There was a ghast over there, and there was a ghast over there. And I ran out of arrows, and they were like round robin shooting me. They were taking turns. They would shoot me, knock me off. I had almost died like a bunch of times. So I think I've only died twice, so not too bad so far. But this heads up to Jeff's Instant Weather Farm, trademark. I'm certain he's copyrighted and trademarked that, and the patent is pending on it. I need to get rid of all that fire. That was from all the gas shooting at me all the time, and over here likewise. I need to put a window there. I forgot to do that, but I'll do it. And then here's the I've given some exits here, so you guys can go roaming around if you need to. But here's the there were skulls up there. Oh, here they are. I was going to say there were skulls up there, but they disappeared. But here they are. But look at all this stuff. I'm going to take those bows because I need some bows. Gunpowder. Oh, necrotic bone. Yeah, I guess you guys in Tinkers will need that. Plenty of netherrack. I'm going to take a stack of netherrack too. If I can put that down into brick. But there it is. And now, Jeff, I have a suggestion on this. Just an idea, guy. You know, since the withers are 3 high, I was thinking that what you could do is put a little, maybe expand this out just a bit, because you want your spawning area on the spawner. But then put a 3 high corridor, a 2 high corridor all the way around, so that when you go in here, you can just stay in this corridor and they'll come after you. You know, you can stay in this corridor, they'll come after you, and then you can just whack them with your sword. And that way you don't have to actually physically fight them. So, anyways, just an idea. And maybe you've got something like that set up in there. I'm not sure. I'm too scared to go in there and look. Yeah, I don't want to go in there and look. I'm too scared. I'm not going to do it. So, oh, Pigman, leave me alone, please. Oh, Pigman. On Tech It, boy, if you mine any of the ores in the nether, because you have nether ores, if you mine any of the ores, these guys get mad at you. I didn't know that at first, and I'm here mining the way. And it's like, oh, these pigmen are coming after me. It's like, what's going on? Why are they doing that? And then I figured it out. So, yeah. Now, we'll have a Tech It video out as well. Yeah, for that. So, all right, guys. So that is it. That's pretty much it as far as what I've been doing on the server. Now, I'm just going to... look at this. That's pretty funny. I'm going to just basically do some preliminary stuff. I need to just do a bunch of more mining and stuff, really. Because I just don't have much in the way of resources right now, other than lead. I got lead coming out my ears, but other than that, I just don't have anything. You know, I made myself some ferrous armor because I didn't have any iron at the time. Of course, probably shouldn't have done that because I haven't been able to find much in the way of ferrous ore at all. I think what I'm going to do is head towards the wasteland. Now we can go out to about 3,000. BRAN doesn't want us to go farther than that, obviously, because the files get really huge, and there's no reason to do that. So I'm going to head out. Now I went north, and basically you go out. There's an enchanted forest, which is one of the deaths that I had. Enchanted forest out there, and then there's ocean, and then it just seems to be ocean. I haven't gone south yet, so I may go south, but I'm going to probably take a road trip since I've got the knapsack, I've got the mining. I don't know if you guys know about this mining backpack, but the miner's backpack, see, it automatically stores. And I didn't know I had stuff in there. It automatically stores stuff in there. So, yeah, it's kind of nice. Now, I haven't upgraded yet because you need to get into the forestry. This is a forestry. I need to get into the forestry stuff in order to upgrade that, kind of get it going. But, yeah, just kind of show you how this works. Boom. Just throw that in there. Just throw that in there, and then it will goes into the hopper, which then goes into the pulverizer. Am I out of juice here? I am out of juice. And pulverizes it, ends up over here, and then any extras, if we get any extras, it'll end up down there. I don't know if we'll get any here or not, but let's take a look and see if we get some. Now I think there's upgrades you can do on this. Is there not? Maybe not. Oh yeah, augmentation. See, you can do upgrades on these here, which I haven't really messed with at this point. Don't really need to be honest, at this point, because I just basically throw everything. Didn't get any extras on this one, but I basically throw everything in here, then go do other stuff, and it just runs, you know. So it's not like I have to generate stuff, you know, a million times per second. So, and it will all end up down here. Oh, yay, my first steak. There's actually a cow that escaped, and I didn't feel like putting him back in there, so I just killed him. That's what happens when you escape, you die. Yep. Oh, and one last thing I didn't really show here. So let's see if we can go out here without dying. I set up a little monster meat rack, so if you guys, any of you guys want any monster meat, it's right over there, free for the taking. It's chewy but good. Registered trademark of Rick Clark Industries. Alrighty, guys, so that's it. That's my little little video on the decidedly Neapolitan. I'm having so much fun playing on here. I can't tell you how much fun I've been having. I've been having a blast. So yeah, so I'm just going to continue on. Not, as I said before, I think I've said this, I don't have any schedule on this. It's just when I get to a point where I can show you guys something, I'm going to show you guys something, and then I'll just post the video. So that's just the way it's going to be. Look for the tech video as well. That's going to be coming out here shortly. So yeah, guys, I appreciate it. So if any of you guys want to use any of the farms or any of the stuff, or you need some ore or wood, or you know, if you guys want to use any of these building machines, or you need some fluid ducts, whatever. If you guys need something, come get it. You know, it doesn't bother me in the least. So yeah, I mean, you know, my house is your house. I'd say it in Spanish, but I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Mi casa is you casa, yo casa, du casa, zi casa. I don't know how to say it. But anyways, my house is your house. So yeah, guys. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching, and I will talk to you again on the next one. Bye bye now.